Gamers, what a beautiful run we just had. Let's compromise our momentum by jumping into ranked. That was a good one though, and I had a wonderful time. I hope you had a wonderful time as well. Eye of the Colossus, man. What an item. Everything just worked out. Radiant really ticks me off. Deadly really ticks me off. Shielded strikes me as interesting. The item maybe isn't that great, but we could possibly transform you. Give me a small... we want weapons for day one. I almost lost my mind. You're even a friend, so you can just like... You can justify that. I don't think we care too much about the revolver. We got heavy hitters early. You're a friend. I'm almost tempted to rock you just for like the synergy here. Even though I do think that this build is sort of disgustingly horrible, not good in the slightest, it should beat everything, and if we get Toxic Fang, then we could start to think about the, you know, where we go from there. I don't think the odds are great, but you're definitely done. And honestly, having a lot of shield early is really nice. The only thing is, like, we lose to poison, and lots of builds will put, like, 2 poison on you.
We barely got our flags up.
Or 3, for that matter. I guess I deserve that. I walked into the comedic timing. Do me a favor, and I mean, you're probably the right play, but assuming we might be transforming this item a few times, I would love to just upgrade it.
Do we look like Lux and Andy?
And then I don't even know what I'm looking for. I definitely did think that Shark Claws would be on the list.
I want you to be happy.
I don't think it's anything else. I don't think it's anything else. I think we're accepting day one's probably going to be pretty bad. Man, the shield is so unlikely to matter. You have to cut 2 things to fit Shark Claws. It is slow, though. The triples... You know what? I'm gonna say you 4 seconds, 6 seconds. I'm gonna say you cut these, get 2 shields with 2 slow, and then a fast Narwhal inheriting the attack from Shark Claws.
It makes this more fun.
I'm gonna say this has a small chance. They got a Jabalian longbow and a pretty solid Regal blade. But actually, shield should do pretty well here. Oh my god, we might... Oh, we're gonna get triple casted though. That's not ideal, but hang on. The slow's doing some work. Dude, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. It's already baked in, man. Unless they crit. Oh my gosh. I kind of can't believe it. I think that's a win we should be happy to have. And I don't want to say we didn't deserve it, but like, I think the distribution of us winning was probably like 25%. So I'll take what I can get there. We have friends. Maybe this is a crazy play. I'm gonna go for the XP and hope to hit level 3 by tomorrow. But it's gonna be a stretch. I don't know. 2 gold for a reroll to get a better weapon skill seems better. Yeah. Okay. Solid. Solid. Do we transform it? I don't feel comfortable transforming it yet.
Discounts for peace.
I don't actually know what I feel comfortable taking, to be fair. I like a crow's nest, man, but I just, with God as my witness, I just don't think crow's nest is the meta anymore, because I don't play Vanessas that are running crow's nest. They're all rolling stuff that I've never seen before, like shot glasses, and then like chicken jockey and other stuff of that ilk. So the truth of the matter is that I really, I don't know. And I think this is me embracing finally, and it's taken a long time, but embracing finally that we're in a new patch environment. I didn't fight Covetous Thief. I didn't take Crow's Nest. I mean, a Crow's Nest into a Covetous Thief is the classic one-weapon March Bazaar build that honestly stood a pretty good chance of getting at least 7 wins. But we're following the beat of a different drum now. I do feel like that's not going to be very good for us. 3 shield is also... I kind of expected it to be more than that. I'm going to take a risk on this one. Because no matter what, we're getting the XP. Let's see who we'd be going up against. Coconut Crab, dude. This is great. It's great. Shield items getting 2 shield. You are not what we're looking for. I do think a seashell or the skill would be fine. The skill gets better as time goes on, obviously. Seashell would be okay, I think. Coconut? It's not insignificant early.
As spineless as a jelly.
Sure, man. Makes my decision making a lot easier. I have to think about what we do next, though. Do we want an aquatic? I guess we do want an aquatic. It could be a better friend. That's pretty good, to be honest. Which now makes me think we just rock barbed wire. Originally I was going to put Star Chart out there, but I'll put barbed wire out instead. And then might as well. But don't tunnel vision on like the sunk cost of like now we can't transform it. If we get a better... If we get the option to transform it and our run isn't working, we'll want to transform it. I think there's no way we lose this one. Looking at your board versus my board, how do we lose? Explain it to me. I don't buy it. The answer is we're not gonna. I'm sorry, it's disrespectful. What I just said was disrespectful, but I came in fight or flight, okay? And that's on me. There was no need for me to be so rude. And don't say, how does NL always get matched against these opponents? I get matched against nutty builds too, and the pig on day 1 was pretty good. He had a silver regal blade that had been juiced a little bit. So you're rewriting history, and I don't allow that. Non-weapon items. It would be good to think about what we want. You're just not... You know what? You're not doing enough. I like your burst damage. You at least are an item that can stick for a minute. And then Wanted Poster goes great in the bag. We're never going to put it on the board. We may not win day 3. Like, I think we've still got a lot of pressure here. But
all things in moderation.
I'm also a little stunned that I can't seem to upgrade my shark claws, but got great shields, no doubt about that. We could probably take Ether right. This would be a good sign if we could take Ether right. Plus the scrap would be nice. Actually, rigged is so amazing too. Haste 2 items for 3 seconds. I'm trying to avoid just committing to running back the build that we just had. But there's definitely a part of me that's like... The haste would make it a lot easier, and then you trigger 3 times, and then all of a sudden the pearl's going off like crazy, which is triggering your water wheel. I know, by the way, we're not getting the 10% crit chance, but it's the only friends I got, man. I don't know, maybe it's quickly looking like it could be a barbed wire build if you were to pay out with that. I have seen barbed wire builds. I don't think I've ever run one myself. So I think the upgrade is Shark Claws. It would be nice to get some more juice for the board.
This will inspire the crew.
But in a pinch, and not to be rude, but like, oh my god. I was just going to say we could put Wanted Poster out there, but now we don't really need to. I'll take a skill. It's a bad skill for us, but what do we cut, man? You need Water Wheel. I think, believe it or not, you cut Pet Rock, which dumps a multicast. But it does give you the 2 casts in 4 seconds is also what you get off of this. But they would actually be 2 casts in haste. This would be, oh, it's 1 cast in 4 seconds, I should say, but this would be, no, it should be about the same. And then with the fastest trigger on the other side. 5 seconds. But you're going to take the damage bonus, which I don't want. So, you rework the board like that. I think that's as good as it gets for now. And I'm not super confident in the build, just to be clear. We're piecing it together with what we got, and it's gotten us 2 wins so far. All square pig. That's some spooky damage coming out of this square pig here. Got to get ahead of that bow as quickly as possible. Get going, man! Get going! They're not getting going. They're not taking me seriously. They're taking me seriously. We're going to win. We've won again with the wanted poster in our inventory. Brother. Now we need pearls. Pearl me. I'm not getting rid of you yet. Why did I take a sharpening stone? Do you really see yourself rocking bronze narwhal forever?
My lessons are painful. Are you prepared?
First 3 times use your right mouse. Okay, I'll add 20 shield onto this. I think it was a little worse than I expected, to be honest, but... And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I guess what I'm going to do with this is not sweat it. I'm going to sell you into the narwhal quick and then get on with my life. Revolver might be an interesting thing to put on the board. Just because it... Well, actually, it doesn't really go much faster than what we've already got. We probably wouldn't use it. What we want to see, and I'm telling myself so I can remember to look for it in shops. What we wish to see is more charge items that benefit from haste so that Water Wheel goes off faster. Also things like Shark Ray, which benefit from haste. It's not going to be Invulnerability Potion. Haste? Any hasted skills? Poison. Poison. I kind of hate to do it, but I will spend 4 to get better rolls. It's going to be tempering, even though it's not the kind of build we're rocking with. And then small items. I don't... Pearls. Pearls is what we want to see. Dive weights is what we want to see. You are a friend. Dive weights. Triggers based on its ammo. Question is, what do you cut? I'm coming to terms with the fact that you are going to have to be transformed. You'll keep shielded, but maybe become a better item. And it might take a few transformations. You're either cutting yeah, I think you're cutting seaweed, man, and it pains me to do so. Just get on the board for a second, then I'll worry about your positioning. Because we know we want you next to 2 aquatics. Doesn't really matter which ones. That way you go off faster, more charges yet. Alright, alright. I embrace it. I embrace it. I don't think this is really a huge coup or anything like that, but I think it's better than spending money on it at least. Okay, Bald Dude. If we're going up against Bald Dude, I'm taking these off. I'm putting Wanted poster out. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
Not to squabble with nobody.
But this would be a devastating loss for me for sure. What are you rocking here? A pufferfish, a heavy jellyfish. You are creating a lot of haste. I'm a little worried, especially now that I took seaweed off. I think you're going to be stacking some poison up, but I hope your engine takes a while to get going. It's worth noting that mine does too. I think you're going to beat me. I think your poison's going to get under my skin, and I'm going to pay the iron price. I think I'm going to rinse you, and I think you pretend to be me in your bathroom mirror when your parents aren't home. Yes! With the Wanted poster in the bag, no less. That's huge. That's a big one for a fella such as myself, okay? That's big. Smalls and larges. Let's take a look at traveling almost anywhere. Haste, slow, and cooldown. That's the type of fella that I am, man. You need a pufferfish out there. The build completely changes. You no longer care about shark claws, I think, because you try to win via poison. You go off on haste. You haste like crazy. You also are not long for this world, probably. Okay, I think that's a dream item. Now I was just going to say, it's getting harder to transform you now, because you are But what do we care if you slow 3 times, now that I think about it? I think you transform and hope for the best. Horrendous.
Ride that
But
tide!
actually means you can be pulled. You can be pulled. And then think about what you want to do with your life. Silver tier aquatic. That's what you can do with your life. A crab. Move over, man. Crab. And probably a seaweed. To give yourself some sustain. Also buffs you, of course. Okay, pardon me. Sorry, I'm burpy. Maybe because I've had 11 air-filled sips of soda since I started here. We still have a problem in that we need our engine to kick in faster, but it's only day 5, man. We got quite a lot of potency for day 5. Haters will say the puffer fish build is out of the meta. Well, what do haters know except how to climb the legend anyway? You no longer need to be here. You should be replaced with an aquatic, preferably an aquatic poison. I mean, I'll just level with you, brother. 2% cooldown reduction is worth something to a fella such as myself. Everything else in the bag is sticking for the moment. That's big. That's big. It's not small. I'll give you that. It's not small. Realistically, I think we shield so little now that having a weapon out there that goes off quickly, that also is aquatic, is what we're looking for.
But I've seen my share of storms.
But the number 1 items we want to see are things that charge. Particularly Pearl, because it scales with aquatics, which is what we have. We're basically recreating our last build. I'll admit it now. But I didn't know that until the water wheel showed up out of nowhere. And the puffer fish, to be fair. Don't forget about the puffer fish, man. Hey, seaweed, heal me up. It's hurting a great deal. What do you want me to say? Is Dooley rocking the bugs?
This is how you win the war.
You want me to say, wow, good build? I mean, it's not like my build's like super original. You know,
Quicker the fight.
Scum can recognize Scum, I guess, but I'm not going to genuflect and be like, what an incredible build. I've never seen anything like that before. It would be dishonest. This has to be a reroll. There's got to be something better than this, man. What? Are you serious? That may never pay for itself, man. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm leaving the skill shop. I spent 6 gold on nothing, and I'm leaving the skill shop. Purchase a dually item. Actually, drill would be nice. Okay. Wait a sec. Can I say something? You're ticking me off. You're enchanted, so you're staying for transformation events. You're going, even though you're really valuable. You're gone. You might be gone even though you buff the poison. We don't care to buff the poison. We need a shield. We need a heal. We don't care to buff the poison. The poison will be buffed by going off more frequently. When you haste, slow, freeze, poison, or burn. We do that like a lot. This might be the ultimate scumbag build. And now, hang on a sec. Lower your cooldown right there. You think it's possible we beat the Lich? This is a crazy play, but I want to try it. The Lich is beatable. It's just really hard.
So I will take it away.
Even though they slow all my stuff immediately. They got 3 poison on them. I'm not sweating it. Come on, do something! My students are all morons! Go, go, go. More. Faster. Faster. We're not going to make it. We really weren't even close. But that's, at least now we know where we stand. That doesn't mean the build is bad. That means the Lich is good. Don't get it twisted, man. Almost. Well, you know what? Transforming the seaweed wouldn't have been the end of the world. Okie dokie. I would love for you to be adjacent to 2 aquatics, but we need the charge items. You need the charge items. Well, in that case, shouldn't it be like... Yes, it should. Yes, it should be like that. I'm going to take small aquatic because I think it would be hilarious if it was a dive weights. That, you got to admit, that would have been among the funniest possible events that could have come to pass. You guys are never making it on the board. You're probably never making it back. You might. I doubt it, but you might. I really think we got a great build. We have a problem. We don't do well against poison. But all we need is to see a build that's not running that. You're running catfish. That's interesting, man. It's a Vanessa item. That's a fish, bro. I'm not happy to see to see Blue Beetle. But you know what? Once the engine gets going, it's hard to turn it off. Ah! We take those. We take those. Your negative number is larger in magnitude. As a result, I win. In this house. There's something we're missing, man. I'm trying to think of why the run is not that good. You're not scaling as fast as I need you to scale, but you do go off a lot. Pearls would still go crazy. You gotta look. I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I don't know. Maybe it will be relevant. Pearl. No pearl. You're a haster, but I don't think you're good enough. I think we're waiting for enchantment, an enchantment that preferably also causes you to get triggered again. When you haste, your items gain crit chance. First time you use an item, haste a poison item. First time you freeze. I mean, 1% is low, but I do think it adds up enough to be interesting. We're not going to transform this. I think we got a good thing going. So level 10 is a big one. If I may be so bold, I got rid of seaweed. No, man, no. Try Radiant Corsair. Try it. Because the skill would be incredible. And they burn. If they poisoned, we'd be cooked. But because they burn, we can build up enough shield to maybe have a chance. I don't think it's going to be easy. Let's start with the obvious there. Where's my shield? Dude, where's my shield? No, we win these. We definitely win these. I told, and then the crits don't stop. The crits don't stop. Restorative power drill is the path to 10, I think. Not level 10. 10 wins. Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom. She's right about that, though. That's the kind of thing that I think is very interesting to think about. Is like taking the tyrant's whole kingdom. I've never really considered that before. I've considered taking like bits and pieces, like maybe you snag a duchy or something like that. But the whole kingdom.
Oh, delivery is free.
A little rich for my blood. Very nice, by the way. Very nice. I don't know. Ooh. You're really good. You know what? You're good enough to go in the bag. Because if we decide that this run is falling apart, running you like a Yeti crab here, like swapping them, running Yeti crab here, and then the poison lure here, because it would still buff you mightily. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna do it yet.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
Because it also needs more ammo, and I just sold my powder flask, which is very embarrassing. But I think this drill is really good. They got a dog, 160 damage dog, lumbors. I thought you were icy. I think, oh, that's nasty, though. 1,000 shield on the scarf is kind of nasty. I think we could win if our poison goes hard enough, though. You know what's crazy is realizing that we're actually not rocking a shield run at all. Like, we have a lot of things that give us shield, but our shield is not really pivotal for us. Interesting. It's interesting. Obviously, it'd be nice to put the extra shield on the multicast, but upgrade a bronze. It's kind of a disgusting event to get here. Don't need weapons though, so we'll take the free regen. You always need items.
I'm a people person, and sometimes
Golden
I
Pearl
sense
is, it changes everything. I don't know that it goes off faster than, well, 5 seconds once. So you need 3.9 haste. You need 5 triggers of an aquatic item.
I
There's no way I'm not putting you in the bag.
enjoy your purchase.
But I don't know if you're the guy. I did ask for Pearl. I can't deny that. There's also a part of me that thinks maybe you could cut 1 dive weights to make it happen. Well, listen to yourself. There's no way it's going to be worse than the Silver's shell. So at the very least, you could put it out there. Do you put it next to this? I don't know. I mean, you need 5 triggers of an aquatic. You need 5 triggers of haste, which is... It's complicated. We already knew that wasn't going to give us anything. This is what really matters, and that's disappointing, because that's like obsidian, right? Or not obsidian, deadly. It would be nice, but I think we gotta go enchant random on that which goes off most frequently, which might be you. You're never going anywhere. Oh, snap. That's crazy. Freeze a medium or a small for 1 second. All right, hang on. You're coming out. You are going in. It'd be nice if we got more pearls. I know that's crazy to even ask. Interesting. Very, very interesting, but we're not really trying to become a shield build. I don't know what we're looking for. I feel like almost you might go and be replaced with something that increases our ability to poison and live, like a healing item, for example. But there's no doubt in my mind, you absolutely need to lower your cooldown as much as possible. You're like the same. The difference is we send off 5 haste every time we haste. Yeah, I think haste is going to trigger like more than aquatic.
We're out to dethrone not to squash.
Winning individual rounds, our chance of winning goes down if we swap the turbo drill for the wanted poster, but our chance of getting to 10 wins might bizarrely increase if we put wanted poster out instead of power drill. I don't know though. It's risky. It's risky and it's hot. I should mention we are freezing basically an item a second, so that's really gonna help us out here. We kind of have a disgusting build. We got. I think most people would say, regardless of the situation, in the abstract, we got the most powerful enchantment, and we got it off of random. So I'm not trying to say we haven't gotten a little lucky, but I'll only say we got disgustingly lucky if you have a golden water wheel in here on the reroll. Okay, okay. Arbalist is kind of interesting, but I don't know, man. I don't know. What a game they've made here. Sorry, I just hadn't talked for like 3 seconds. Not you. I think I'm coming to terms with the fact that I think you're replaceable. Let's try, man. Let's try. I really think we got it in us. I don't even know what we would want, but I think we got it in us. Sapphire would be an interesting thing to run out here. Every basically 1 second, freeze an item for 2 seconds. I like the optics on that. I do. You knew I'd like the optics on that. You're done, bud. Easiest fight in my life is what I would say if I was being unsportsmanlike. It's not Sapphire. When you use a weapon with lifesteal, freeze a smaller item. We actually have like a freeze build. which is
Everyone's already
crazy.
so slow, but sure, let's make it worse.
First time you freeze, haste an item for 2 seconds. First time, okay. When you crit, freeze an item. Might sound crazy. I think we can do better. I mean, freezing for 5 seconds is crazy, but this is kind of what I was going for. When you freeze, your items gain 10 damage. And we're freezing, like, somewhat frequently. It might not be the right play. All I'm going to say is, like, I hope you'll allow me to experiment with it, because freeze is so rarely part of, like, it is rarely something that we feel comfortable rocking out here. But then we could get even more free. Oh my god, I'm just realizing the reality of the situation. Because we also have the golden Friezler. First, give me another level. It seems crazy to be level 12 already, but... And then golden loot, snowflake. That's not even that bad, man. The only thing is, could we really, like, pull you... You're done. You're done. You're never making it. Could we really feel comfortable? Oh, but you only multicast for aquatics. So your multicast would actually stink. So no, we don't do that. We don't do that. But then, like, we could add so much poison to it, and then the freeze, and then the, like... Oh, but it would add so much poison, man. It would add so much poison. It really would. I know you're saying it wouldn't. It really would add so much poison, is the thing. It really would. But I don't think we can do it. It's close, but I don't think we can do it. If anything, Turbo Drill can go if this falls apart. And you run Turbo Drill and Yeti Crab. Fishing net on the board? Lighthouse build. Interesting. Not insulting interesting, by the way. Just genuinely interesting. I mean, I think you're done. Let's start there. But if you had eels, it might be a different story. It's still pretty early, though. I want to take a peek at something, okay? I want to take a peek at something. What do you got going on here? You did 2 grand in damage. That's pretty good. I can live with that. And the rest was done by poison. I don't know if they had a heal. I didn't really look. Part of me that thinks, well, we can cut you and you. Run. Elemental depth charge, Yeti. I gotta see, okay? And you would do that. You would run Yeti Crab. Yeti Crab. This. 5.9 seconds, 5 seconds. I would send you. Oh, but you got to be adjacent to 2 aquatics. That's hard. Okay, you know what? We'd probably do that then. I just want to see what this looks like in battle, okay? I just want to take a peek. It might be worse, but I want to know. Because the elemental depth charge is like such a good item. I don't feel comfortable saying it's for sure worse until I see it take a chance. Versus the AI. I can always rework the build later. What the heck? Mimic! It's been forever, man. First time you fall below half health, destroy an item for the fight. It's a great source of enchanted items. Holy cow. They come out the gate pretty hot, too. But look at this. Oh, my Lanta. Look at the poison. And look at the extra poison from the pufferfish, man. Kind of crazy. Fiery, it's a diamond fang. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't mind transforming. I gotta know, man. I gotta know. In a way, what you give me might matter. I had you confused with the octopus for a second. Never mind. I think what you give me may not matter. But I'd like the extra prestige in this situation, I suppose. That's a Mac level of poison, bro. Give me the gold. AKA, give me the eclipse. Give me the eclipse. Diamond Gatling gun, I'm afraid.
Rally men! Blades
Let's destroy that. Oh, not this time? Not this time. I see how it is. I still think, like, no matter what, you're the straw that stirs the drink. Your cooldown being lower makes you go off more often, makes you go off more often. Now, medium items, we got a couple. Not those. Not those, but it's... I get that you're a haster, but you've been outclassed, quite frankly. We're going to take the time... I'm going to spend 10 on 4 gold chocolate bars. Or 4 diamond chocolate. No, 4 gold chocolate bars. I know we missed one. I wasn't willing to sell something that we have in our bag. I know I'm rocking the NPC build, but I think that this genuinely might be better, even though the elemental depth charge only goes off once. They got the same sort of setup going on. Freeze, good freeze, good freeze. Irrelevant freeze, good freeze. Oh, we got him locked down, man. At first I was scared because they had like the same build, but then I saw 9 wins in 10 days. Let's take the Tyrant's whole kingdom. Let's do it. Let's do it. Obviously we're rolling, man. First time you freeze haste 2 items. Or the first time you freeze, the first time you haste freeze an item for 4 seconds. I mean, more freeze, the more the merrier. I've never heard that line before, I think, in my entire life.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Nah, man. That's insulting. Now that's interesting. I really don't think there is a world in which you make any sense. Except Iceberg to scale Turbo Drill.
Buy, don't buy.
And then you cut everything that we got going for us right now. Which it should go without saying, I don't think is the play. I do think it has the same keyword. It has the keyword of freeze. I can understand where you're coming from on that one. Now, what happens if we get Eye of the Colossus? Unlike our last one, I don't think it actually fits on this one. It would be funny, but I just don't think it fits. They can't beat us. Too much poison too fast. 116 poison on the Icy Pufferfish, kind of gross. Kind of foul, kind of disgusting.
It's over already.
You know what would go crazy?
Got our flags up.
What would go crazy is another
Full sail, my boy.
plus ammo? We just don't need it, though. You're never going to need to go off twice. I'd rather have extra loot. Wow, I'd rather have extra ammo. What would go crazy is another Yeti crab, man. I should have transformed our diamond item. I should have taken the Tyrant's whole kingdom.
Your destruments.
Aw, man. Because I can already hear what you're going to say, by the way. You're saying you don't need this. You need this because this gives you 6 freezes. And 6 freezes adds 36 poison onto this guy, which is how he's able to do so much damage with the poison. Okay? So you don't know what you're talking. You don't understand the flywheel. Every item on the board has a purpose. Some are weaker than others, but every item is doing something. You just don't get it, Scott, do you? What do you got for me here? A pig. A salt potato.
Captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
This has been a great day of the Bazaar so far. Even if this ends up stalling at 9, it's been a great day of the Bazaar. I don't know what your build does, let's be honest. What I do know is you're going to freeze me, but I'm going to freeze you, which you're probably not used to. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 1 second. Oh, but I'm going to be putting so much poison on your head. Yeah, the regen is not relevant, man. You got 400 poison on your dome. Your heal is very relevant, to be clear. Oh no, I'm going to lose. Can I state the obvious? Would have been nice to have a little bit more ammo on that time. But that was a pig that was doing things. He was doing tricks on it. I've never seen some of the stuff that he was doing there. That's not fair. Now, if you were to be so kind... Wrong.
You've just taken the first step toward.
Nah, no. Silencer is always good. Oh, okay. Two golden dive weights? I'd rather have one diamond, but...
Ride that tide.
See, I thought stupidly that you were going to say we should take the Tyrant's whole kingdom, which might have been a little sick, to be honest. You might have been a little cool. I know you're going to say, why didn't you put 10 extra poison on him? Why didn't you put 10 extra poison on him? Because this is going to put like 50 extra poison on him just by upgrading this guy. So you're operating on levels that I wouldn't expect you to understand. Now, Pendulum is interesting, actually. So I feel like success or failure with our current setup here hinges almost entirely on our elemental depth charge going off before their engine goes off. So anything that can make it go... Okay, never mind. We don't have to worry about all that. Anything that can make it go off faster actually matters.
Reward the peaceful, punish.
That's... Also, I knew we were going to get it on this shop anyway, so we didn't have to worry about it back then. I really think this has... It's got serious 10 potential.
Speed up, bulk up, get solid.
It's a lot of HP, man. What do you got for me here?
You should know. I'm a bit of a...
I'm getting a little ticked off by fighting units that are the same level as me when I've had Wanted poster in my backpack for the whole game. How is this possible? Okay, they're a slow build. Oh god, it happened fast. Alright, they've embarrassed me. Their build started, like, I don't even think my items got a chance to trigger. But, sorry, you have one item from the expansion pack, i.e. pay to win. Do I need to say it? Let's pay to win. Slow effects. I would go random.
What's your
Just give me another icy, please.
Mine is sadness.
Inside Out 2 fans. Restorative Water Wheel strikes me as being pretty not good.
This is how you win a war.
But I could be wrong.
The aesthetic beauty of a really potent toxin.
Hasting our 2 poison items seems important to me. Even though it's only a gold level skill, getting more haste off early so that we can freeze faster is gonna... It's really just gonna be whose combo starts first, I think. That's gonna determine... Okay. I guess in the whole scheme of things, I would rather have diamond... Well, now I'm like... I'd rather have diamond fiery dive weights. Listen. Takes 7 seconds to go off. That's so long, man. What if I were to move you over here instead? It's a lot of haste once it gets going. It takes longer to get going than I would like. But once it gets going, oh boy. It's like, this is where we're extremely vulnerable. And then as soon as one thing goes off, the whole thing should start to really quickly become insurmountable for the opposition. Case in point. But if we could speed up the process
See that plank?
of everything getting going, that would really help. Okay, our shield item got way better. There's no doubt about that. Get a haste item? I don't think we want that. I think we need to have 800 extra HP to maybe survive a little bit longer. Smalls and mediums, I guess. I don't even know what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. None of those? All right, well, again, like I meant what I said. If we stall at 9, we stall at 9.
I may be young for a captain.
We don't have the luxury of destroying our opponent's items, which was that in our last run. That was a dream come true. What do you got here? A Jabalian drum, and I'm assuming some yo-yos. Restorative multicast yo-yo and a shield proboscis. We're tanky. Now here it comes. We're dead. We're dead, and it wasn't even close. Fair enough, honestly. Am I a little sore about it? Yeah, a little sore, because I thought that the 10 was guaranteed. I thought we were going to go to the moon. But still, I'm always happy to get more than 4 in a ranked game, to be honest with you. And to learn 5 gold skills and learn something new. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later.